Hello all, welcome to the Ginger Geek Show. So we are now less than a month till Avengers Infinity War. I'm trying not to go geek out too much right now, but we are now in April, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a quick video just basically of my predictions. I think what's going to happen in the movie. And I guess you could say more, as the title's called, it's what I think should happen. And so yeah, it's going to be a mix of kind of what I think should happen and also just based on my predictions of Avengers Infinity War. So yeah, let's begin, shall we, on what should happen in Avengers Infinity War. Precisely, predictions. Team-ups. Yes, I think this is probably the big one and obvious one for Avengers Infinity War is team-ups, because we've clearly got Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Wong and Bruce Banner seems to be kind of a wee team there for a wee while. Well, then Spider-Man coming in obviously, as well as we've got Thor and Groot and Rocket. They seem to really be focusing on those three, as well as the Guardians as well. They've got their kind of branching off, and as well as that. But there's also kind of other things I want to see in terms of team-ups. You know, I would quite like to see Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be quite fun for me a little bit. And then there's a couple other kind of team-ups. If I'm honest, I do hope at the end of this whole Battle of Wakanda that they're going to have at the end of the movie, I do hope that the Avengers and Guardians all come together, as well as Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and everyone. Really, that's probably the big team-up everyone's kind of worried. I mean, it's been rumoured for a wee while that there's this big battle happening and it involves about 30 of them all together, so that would kind of make sense if it is going to be, you know, that kind of a group, those different types of groups. It would be interesting to see, you know, anyone else that we're not really thinking of. Pepper Potts' rescue, I guess that's a possibility. You know, she was seen with the mocap suit, so that is a possibility of that one. But yeah, that's kind of my first one here, is definitely team-ups of what I think and probably will happen. It's already been kind of shown quite a lot that clearly seems to be the case. Resolution to the 10 rings. Now this is a big one for me. It doesn't necessarily need to happen in this one, but maybe the fourth Avengers, but it's clearly been said many a times that, especially from Kevin Feige, that this is going to be a culmination of all the 10 years of the MCU, starting from Iron Man. So the one thing that seems to me that seems to be that kind of thread that hasn't been properly finished yet is the idea of the 10 rings. First introduced in Iron Man and mostly appeared in all Iron Man movies, and the last kind of mentioned concept we had of the 10 rings was in the Ant-Man movie, where there is still a fella there and he has the 10 rings tattoo, which never really made sense to me. If you don't want people to know that you're part of a terrorist organisation, don't have a tattoo of it right in your neck, but hey-ho. That's, to me, that's kind of showing that they're still obviously, I guess, interested in the idea. I hope they are, because you know, it's not just the 10 rings, it's obviously the idea of the Mandarin is an interesting concept for me. I don't know where it would fit in Infinity War. I don't know the pacing. I don't know where the Barrett's it's going really with the movie. I feel like we all feel like obviously the ending is all in Wakanda and all that kind of stuff, but like where Mandarin would fit, I don't particularly know. I would like some sort of resolution to the 10 rings. You know, Kevin Feige said himself that all teases, all little kind of threads, he says, will be resolved in Infinity War, or indeed the fourth Avengers movie. So either this one or the Avengers 4, I would like to see some sort of resolution to the 10 rings. Fury is watching all. Now this has been something I've thought for a wee bit now, because it's been interesting that Fury hasn't appeared for a wee bit, and a part of me is now thinking, is he been actually the one that's like in full on hiding, and he is the one that's kind of helping Cap, Black Widow and Falcon through Infinity War? Like, say like for instance Cap says that he had a tip from to find, because it looks like Cap is the one that finds Scarlet Witch, you know. And then I thought to myself, well, how does that kind of maybe happen? Well, maybe it'll be interesting if it was actually Fury. Fury, he's hiding somewhere which I thought would be interesting is Fury's actually hiding in Wakanda, and that's how he'll appear in the end of the movie. I thought that could be maybe interesting kind of thought. I thought he's there and he's got all these like screens and all that. He's going full on espionage Fury, which I've always quite liked and I'd like to see more of. and I think they could do something really quite interesting and fun here, and it would explain maybe where Fury has been, for a good couple of years. He's been kind of surveying the world in his long chair, I guess you could say. That could be an interesting route, and it'd explain things. It would maybe kind of help maybe the narrative of the film, possibly. I don't know. I don't know if he's been confirmed for Infinity War. I'm not actually really kind of too sure, to be honest, with Samuel Jackson. I feel like he's the only one that hasn't been confirmed of that kind of main group. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but that's something I think could be interesting. Cameos. Yes, well, this is obviously, I think it's going to be an obvious one that's going to happen in Infinity War. I think we're going to get a good couple of cameos in this movie. A couple I think that might be quite obvious is Glenn Close, I think, is Nova Prime. Always like that. One of the Power Stone is at Xandar, so it would make sense if you get Glenn Close. People know who she is. If she's on screen, people are going to know, And I hope they don't kill her off, though. More Glenn Close, the better in my eyes. Hope they don't kill her off. Also, a couple of other ones. Benicio Toro is the collector. That one, he has been confirmed, and I think that's just going to be a wee cameo from him. But a couple of other fun cameos I think they could do. I mean, it would be quite fun to see Sylvester Stallone's character, especially when they're in nowhere or something. He's just there, like a little kind of like wee cameo. Michael Douglas is another one, I guess. If Ant-Man's going to be there, maybe it'd be fun to have Michael Douglas have a wee kind of cameo there, as well as even like fun little cameos, like just have like Howard the Duck, this is why Infinity War really is sounding very exciting for a lot of people, because it is the culmination of everything. It's not just the Earth stuff, it's the space stuff as well, and I think that really kind of is appealing to a lot of people. Me very much so, and I think that kind of idea sounds quite fun, having cameos from all different kind of the genres and all different kind of the worlds. That sounds extremely exciting, actually. Showcase Thanos' power. Now, I guess we've seen a little bit of this with the moon. I guess I think it's been kind of referenced as falling. He's bringing down, but I want to see more than that. I want to really see, I want to see Thanos being terrifying, and I think we're gonna get a lot of that. You were seeing shots of Thanos just grabbing onto Thor's head, and I don't think he's being nice. He's tickling there. But it'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with Thanos. It'd be interesting to see also if they're going to showcase that Thanos was at least kind of decently powerful even without the gems. That'd be interesting, because it looks like that will happen, because that shot I'm talking about with Thanos and Thor when he's holding on to Thor's head, he doesn't look like he has no gems whatsoever. So that could be an interesting idea possibly there, that it's just showing that he has severe strength there. That's always quite an interesting one there to know. But I'm interested to see what they think, because right now in the MCU, Thanos is the big bad, really. He is the Overlord, he's the Dark Lord of all. So it'd be interesting if we really get that feeling that he is extremely powerful, even without the gems. So where's Hydra? Now, as a kind of a connection, I guess, to the 10 Rings, you could almost say, this is very much of, just kind of revolving everything, having a resolution to everything. As I said before, Kim Feige said that every tease, every hint will be resolved in either Infinity War or in the 4th Avengers maybe. So I guess this would be a possibility one, especially Hydra. It's a big one, this one, really. The last time you saw them, obviously they were defeated, but I don't think they were really defeated, I guess. I feel like there's Hydra goons everywhere somewhere, and I quite like that idea of something, I don't know what, but just something. And then obviously with Red Skull, I mean, I'm going to talk about him more a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see if they will actually resolve things with what's up with Hydra, really, in the MCU. Bring back dead villains. When Thanos gets the Infinity Gauntlet, he actually has the power of time and reality. And I think it'd be interesting if Thanos just feels like he just wants to have fun with the Gauntlet. So he actually brings back the dead and certain kind of villains that shouldn't have been kind of killed off, I think. Because it feels weird to me that, especially like recently, there's been like quite, I think, good supporting villains that they've been killing off, and I feel like, are they bringing them back? Because like a good example of it was Claw by Andy Serkis. A lot of people aren't happy that they killed him off in Black Panther, me included. Another good example was with Frank Grillo's Crossbones in Civil War, killed off. A lot of people weren't happy about it. And that seems to be a continuous kind of thing, and it seems kind of interesting that that they killed them off, and it would be good if Thanos brings him back to life, really. And it'd be interesting if they do that, because it would kind of show like Thanos just kind of wants to almost just have fun with the gauntlet, and I like that. And it'd be good, and it'd be interesting to bring back certain characters that, you know, maybe they did want to kill off and that was alright, but then they kind of realised that, oh no, we actually kind of maybe regretted it, I don't know, or possibly the fact that that was always the plan, you know, it was just for the story of that movie, but then they want to have, because they're good villains, a lot of them are really great villains that they killed off, and then they could also do the whole Red Skull, bring him back in. That could be interesting if he did get killed off. It is, to me and to a lot of others, he got shot up to space, possibly with to Thanos. That could be interesting, but yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see, you know, bring back some dead villains, and they could do it, in a really fun and interesting way with the Infinity Gauntlet. Big cliffhanger. Yes, now the cliffhanger that I want to see is basically Thanos with the gauntlet, and it's been in the comics where he has so much power in his hand with the gauntlet, and they even mention actually in the trailer, you know, with the click of his fingers. That's what I want to see is the cliffhanger. I want to see his fingers just going, and then it's just cut to black, and we have zero idea what's just happening. I think could be a really exciting way to end Infinity War, and then obviously, you know, leads on to the fourth Avengers movie. Yeah, that sounds definitely exciting to me, what they could do there. It'd be interesting if they do have a cliffhanger, because they keep kind of going on about like Infinity War and Avengers 4 are completely almost different movies, but I think they're going to do a cliffhanger because it's great marketing there doing that. So yeah, that's my predictions and what I think should happen in Avengers and Infinity War. I'd love to know what you guys think. Comment down below. More videos in the future. So until then, see you later.